This is an Apple Pencil, a one I've bought and have been collecting dust for a very long time. So let's compare it with the cheaper alternatives today. Let's talk about why you should get the actual Apple Pencil. If you have an iPad Pro with the very high refresh rate, it's almost the best option, and it connects instantly when you put it near your iPad Pro. And you can go to the Apple Pencils option over here and change the desired options when you double tap the pencil's body. So let's start with the color palettes option, and let's open the Notes app. Why the Notes app? To show you, first of all, I don't really draw, and that's why I don't really have any professional note-taking apps or professional drawing apps. So bear with me, but I think this is enough, a good enough app to show why you should get an Apple Pencil. As you can see from the writing, it goes smooth, seamlessly, and it's a breeze to write in Apple Pencil. And once you double tap the pencil's body, you can always summon the colors tab, the colors palette, and change a different color, for example red, and maybe draw a heart shape to express your love of this Apple Pencil. And obviously you can change to different tools over here. One interesting fact about Apple Pencil is that when you write with different angles or different strength, it actually shows different shades or different type of form. Let me prove it to you with another color. This is similar to the real life pencil, color pencil. So when you shade with slanting position and different strength, different repetition, it brings you different shades of blue and different coloring form. As you can see, with different strength and different position, all these strokes are different in shades and different forms. And you can change the double tap option to make the current tool and eraser switch, so you can switch to eraser. In conclusion, if you are a professional drawer or you are very serious about note-taking, Apple Pencil is definitely your top of the list option, despite of the price, of course. And let's talk about the other cheaper alternative that I have, and this is claimed to be one of the closest to Apple Pencil when I bought it about 6 months ago. It's using a different charging, obviously, at the back of the pen, and you click at the back of the pen to actually start using it, and it doesn't really have a strong magnetic connection with iPad Pro. Remember to forget your Apple Pencil to start using your third-party pen. When I started to write with this pencil, when you compare to Apple Pencil, it's not as smooth, it's not as fun, or perhaps I'll say as amazing to write on your iPad as compared to Apple Pencil. It has a very low latency, so it's kind of a good pen. And if you want to color with this cheaper alternative, obviously you can use it as well, because if you slant your pencil sideways, but obviously it's never going to be as amazing as Apple Pencil, because it cannot detect the strength of you pressing it against your iPad Pro's screen. Today I got myself a new one from WiWU. It's called Pencil Pro, and let's test it out and find if this pencil, this cheaper alternative, especially it is, I think, one of the cheapest on the market, and I think it's probably one of the best in the market as well. So once you unbox this pencil, you can see there is going to be an extra pencil nib and a pencil protective layer. It also comes with a leather bag which protects your pen, and it can hold up to 3 pencils. And it also comes with a Type-C cable to charge this pencil. So once you remove the rubber stopper from the back of the charging port, you can see that it's using the Type-C cable. It's almost identical to Apple Pencil. So let's try it out on the Apple's very own Notes app. As you can see from this, it's having a much smoother writing experience. It's almost identical to the actual Apple Pencil, but it does not have those sensors to detect how much is the pressure. And size and shape wise, it's almost identical to the actual Apple Pencil. And as mentioned earlier, is using the Type-C port, so you only need one cable to charge your pencil, and it can also charge your iPad Pro, so it's sort of convenient, more convenient than the USB charging port, from the other alternative. After exploring all these options, I think I will pick WiWU Pencil Pro as my favorite. You might be asking, why should I not pick Apple Pencil if it's so perfect? First of all, I can't afford to drop my Apple Pencil. Secondly, I'm using the pencil for everyday note-taking and taking some very light notes here and there, so it doesn't require a lot of switching of different tools. And especially if I'm using WiWU Pencil Pro, it's almost as good as Apple Pencil in terms of writing. And lastly, when I use other alternatives, they have a light that shines right into my eyes because the light is at the side of the Apple Pencil. So when I'm reading or writing in the low light environment, it's making my eyes uncomfortable. Whereas WiWU Pencil Pro, it doesn't have this problem because it's at the back of the pencil, at the flat side. So in low light environment, it doesn't really bother my eyes. And this is the end of today's video. Bye bye.